Nah, boy, yeah. Election no be game for no boys. Now we go choose. Now we go change. Time to break the rigging chain. Every 4 years, them play us rough. Promise us plenty, but the road's still tough. Ballad box where them they snatch. Them rig on clean, then carry match. But if I ain't make work like it's supposed, now better leaders go wear the clothes. Fix some now. Nah, boy, yeah. Election no be game for noise. Now we go choose. Now we go change. Time to break the rigging chain. Every 4 years, them play us rough. Promise us plenty, but the road's still tough. Ballad box where them they snatch. Them rig on clean, then carry match. But if I ain't make work like it's supposed, now better leaders go wear the clothes. Fix some now.
Fix some now.
Fix the line.
Make it stand.
Make our vote.
Make our vote.
Day for our hand.
Day for our hand.
No more pride, no more fear. We dare rise, the time done near. Fix some now. Fix Nigeria. Truth go loud like stereo speaker.
To the Senate, do what is right. Adopt the laws, adopt mandate for amendments. Give INEC strength to stand alone. Independent, no need for bone.
We want election where they clean, not all drama behind the screen.
Tell your father, tell your father, say we dey bleed. Now mago, they run this creed. Tell your father, say we dey vex. Babylon plan done scatter the flex. Say me ask you clear. Una papa promise, but suffer still there. Food cost high, now wahala menu. Rice and beans, me can't afford to. Electric no day, but them raise the bill. Babylon light no day, green chill. Youth man they jump into lagoon. Cause pain done choke, hope done doom. Rasta ban lies, BDM spit flip. Cyber drop word, we they name names. Babylon fi crumble when truth stand firm. Fire burn system make wickedness learn. Boom, bumbo clot, me know they laugh. Tell them we ready, revolution or craft. Tell your father, say we dey bleed. Now mago, they run this creed. Tell your father, say we dey vex. Babylon plan don't scatter the flex. Say you dey ride for jet, try waka for Shagamu, feel the sweat. Them they block phone, them they rob car. No be every road go reach Calabar. Subsidy go, but hunger remain. Una they smile, we they drown for pain. Picking off we go school, mama they pray. Now who go save Naija from wahala today? Shout out to Idris Abdul Karim. Silence, but we loud past wahala. Rastafari, BDM forever. Babylon, pack and go.
Nigeria is already in serious trouble. It is a dangerous system to operate where the entire commonwealth and decision-making of a nation and a people is handed over to one person or a group of persons. If you want to see what state capture look like, look at Lagos State, where one person has been de facto governor for the last 24 years. Forget whoever that is sitting there. You decide to bring who you want. If against you, you remove them from there. The commonwealth of the people is pocketed, and then you begin to dole out cash. You remember during the time President Tinubu they contest in 2023, one actor come out, he butt naked in the beach, praying for the success. What happened? He said when he was sick, the then aspirant supported him to be treated overseas when he was governor. When you are governor, the money you are supposed to use to provide health insurance for your people, you decide to personalize it. Then people who are close to you, you begin to give one after the other. But you are also on life pension since you became, you left as governor. So where did you get the money to become a philanthropist? Nigerians politicians become philanthropists without enterprise. You had no business, no profit after tax, but immediately you became governor and left. You became a billionaire. From where? How much is your salary? What do you earn? So you are using people's money for philanthropy. So that is the danger of moving that Lagos template to the national, where one person decides what happened in your local government. You are not from, you may be from Abia, you may be from Rivers. They will decide who will be senator there. And the person who goes there is no longer loyal to you because you people did not send him there. His interest is now the principal who took him there. Complete state capture. You do not know anything about the budget. You do not know anything about your... Human rights and justice becomes the decision of the person in power. They become the authority. So whatever they say becomes law. It is no longer about the people. That is not a democracy. Democracy is a system of government by the people for the people. So unless what we want to do is called something else, if we want to call it autocracy or monarchy, good for us. But if it is a democracy, you must resist state capture because your rights, your institutions working independent of political powers.
Because at the moment, this
The topic for this video is how shameless and problematic Nigeria is at this point. I first of all know you would want me to mind my business and talk about my own country, Ghana. But listen, I don't really care about what you think. And if you haven't checked in my videos, I talk more about my country than any other on this platform. But at this point, it's not just silly and problematic how miserable Nigeria is becoming for all of West Africa. And if you feel agitated already for my choice of words, wait and hear the rest of all I have to say. Let's get into it. Nigeria's population threat to every neighboring and West African country. As of March this year, Nigeria's population is more than half the total population of West African countries. Influx of Nigerian citizens to any West African country will easily swallow up the entire local population. This is why every country in West Africa needs to have a say in what goes on in Nigeria on the backdrop of the fact that they like to travel, ladies and gentlemen. They like to move, and they are moving in numbers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, two major situations are making Nigeria look scary to the rest of Africa, especially the neighboring West African countries. And I said two major things. But first, let's put aside the lack of stable electricity and inflation for now. Those are regular problems everywhere that every country in Africa has to deal with. However, the two worrisome in Nigeria, which threaten threatens the sovereignty of other African countries has to do with the religious extremism. Put down your biased glasses and hear me out for a of the number of Islamist jihadist groups operational in Nigeria as of 2025. Let me give you the list, ladies and gentlemen. It started in the year 2000 with Boko Haram, whose aim is to establish an Islamic state in Nigeria. Then the first splinter group from Boko Haram called Ansaru was formed in 2012. After Ansaru came the next splinter group called Islamic State West Africa Province, aka ISWAP, which started in 2016. Darul Salam also came in from the Niger Delta, and then the multiple Fulani militant groups came in. Just when we thought these groups were too many to handle for one country, then we hear of a group already moving in to Nigeria. They are called Lakurawa. The situation appears to get worse by the days, from one bad jihadist group to a worse group. Ladies and gentlemen, is Nigeria becoming or already become the main breeding ground for all terrorist groups in Africa? What's going on here? When other countries are thinking of ways to create conducive environment to entice foreign investment, Nigeria is rather enticing terror. Let me ask you this. What conditions are making the northern part of Nigeria so enticing to these groups in the first place? Because where almost all of them are situated. Every day I read the news in Nigeria, I get terrified. Every time. Because the spillover of these groups will directly enter all the nearby countries. These are countries in West Africa. This may include the splinter groups moving to other countries or the citizens of Nigeria abandoning their own homeland for another. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a serious issue that needs immediate continental concern. Nigeria is a friend of Ghana. Nigeria is a part of ECOWAS. When they are moving into your country, we cannot turn them away. But when 1 million moves in at one time, what then becomes the fate of the host nation's security, sovereignty, and economy? And this can happen on any given day, ladies and gentlemen. And what actually terrifies me is this. I don't see any real political country to deal with the situation. You don't hear of the presidency talk about strategies. You don't hear of governors talk plans, and senators the same. Where are the marches, ladies and gentlemen? And where are they? It's like the fate of the people in this country is in individuals' hands. Those with the resources may hire armed officers for their personal security, and those who don't have to live carefully and away from certain hotspots. Ladies and gentlemen, is this the best Nigeria can do in their own country? Day in, day out, all we hear is kidnapping, robbery on buses and even on trains, village killings, and so on. Is this ever going to change in Nigeria in the nearest possible time? Nigeria currently ranks 10 on every type of crime list in the world. Talk about cybercrime, organized crime, financial crimes, and extremism. You find them on the top 10 list of all of them. What type of society are you building? On the criminality index, 3 countries, second out of African countries, and number 1 in West Africa. You are ranked 19th among the least peaceful countries in the world, and nothing shows it bothers you, especially they that hold power in the country. Naija, what's up? When you finally get the chance to vote for a president who may bring a difference to the country, you reject it. You vote the same type of leadership in every election, and the problems continues. Why won't you try change? Why can't the people try what Ghana did? You come out in your numbers. You create your own coalition centers. You protect the ballot boxes at all costs. and ensure a free and fair elections for once in your lifetime. Because if you as a regular Nigerian don't like what's going on in your home country, you have to do something about it, ladies and gentlemen. That cannot be done by anyone else but yourselves, unless it benefits you. What's the ultimate goal here? When you have chosen democracy as your system of governance, and it's only making life a living hell for the majority of the people. What is the plan, ladies and gentlemen? This is disturbing. Now, on to the second situation that is of equal concern as the first. This is about the level of poverty in Nigeria. You have more than 40% of your total population living below the global poverty line of $2.15 per day. That's more than 100 million people, ladies and gentlemen. That's a national security crisis. To have more than 100 million people who don't spend up to 3,300 naira in a day is problematic for the state's economy and for the people themselves. And here is how. The 3,300 naira per day will include your transport fare in and out to work if you have one, or to school, your breakfast, your lunch, your supper for one person. And so when that's not possible for more than 100 million people, then there isn't much these 100 million people are doing to contribute to the economy of the local state. People must work, produce, buy, pay taxes, and all of that, which runs the local economy. And that explains why countries whose citizens spend more do better than countries which citizens spend less. This is economic fact. Economic activities thrives off of demand and supply, buying and selling. And so when purchasing power drops, supply power is affected. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition to that is the low rate at which Nigeria's economy is growing. With the kind of population you have and expected to have in the next 10 years, your economy cannot survive on a single-digit economic growth in a fiscal year. Currently in Nigeria, your country is growing on an average rate of 3.4%. 3.4%. That's to decade to meet the surge ahead. Your country's population is projected to hit 290 million in the next 10 years. And that's adding at least 50 million more people to what you have now. So the pace you are running will have to change immediately.
Be cautious with these African countries. I am a critic. I study history and patterns. I will tell you this. Be cautious with these African countries because of patterns and tendencies, right? So West and Central Africans, if you are an African and you are abroad, be cautious. Even if you are from West Africa or other parts of Africa, be cautious with people from West and Central Africa. Let me explain. If you see any American or any person whose ancestors were sold as slaves in America or wherever, if they're looking for their ancestry, they will land in West Africa, particularly, or part of Central Africa. So that is where most slaves were sold and taken from in Africa. These are the countries where, if you want to talk about human trafficking today, and people who have the tendencies to betray their own people, and people who misrepresent their culture, people who worship white supremacy, people who want to be close to whiteness, West and Central Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Niger, Congo, most of those countries, and part of sub-Saharan Africa, right? So what I'm saying is the pattern and the tendencies, because these people, they have a false understanding of wealth acquisition, and they have a false understanding of how to view wealth and how to spend well. They have a problem with their ego. So they will do anything, including they have the likelihood to betray their brother. They will even sell their brother and all those things for money. If you want to look at human trafficking today, those are the countries that top the list. They will likely take their sister or their brother or anybody, or if they go abroad, they will take money from anybody, take people from their country and sell them to prostitution and most other things, even to sell them to Arab people. Those are the people who top the list. So be cautious with this. As African, Cameroon is also a country you should be very careful. Cameroonians don't have integrity. They're there. I'm a Cameroonian, but I'll tell you, because I study patterns and history and I learn from them, and I'll tell you that you are better off with South Africans, with Rwandans and other parts of Africa, Mozambique and all those things. So be careful with people from Central West Africa. Those who are in a survival mode. They have, if you look at the people, they're billionaires in these countries. Let's start with Nigeria. These billionaires don't care about the ordinary people, the rank and file. They don't care. What they care is that they do things that the poor are going to continuously caress their ego. They have a problem with their ego, right? They will only do things, throw money on themselves so that the poor should worship them, and they'll get more money. They don't care about investing in agriculture, infrastructure, nothing. And the poor people are there busy worshiping them on their feet. That is the only thing they care about, their ego. They will sell you, they will betray you, they'll do everything to be close to whiteness. Nigeria, as I will say, Nigeria is the white supremacy of Africa. I'll tell you why. There is a word they call Eurocentrism. Nigerians care only about Nigeria. They don't care about other African countries around them. I have talked with a lot of Africans abroad. The likelihood that the neighboring Nigerian countries, the people come from there, will know about their neighbors, the president, the prime minister, or the political climate around the countries around them is high. But if you meet most Nigerians, they don't know what is happening to their next neighbor. Some Nigerians don't even know one president of any country around them. They are centered on, they will prefer to know things about white supremacy, because that is they have a problem of being close to whiteness. They will mock other African cultures, their food and many things, just because they don't want to understand it. They think they are the standard. Nigerians who promote their celebrities or their content creators will promote foods and fruits that are coming from Europe. If you want to see them showing that they are eating something, you see they'll show only things that are coming from abroad, not foods that are very rarely. And when they are showing, for example, you see a Nigerian want to show that he's eating muesli, he will show you things like foreign grapes, granapeas, or foreign fruits, making it to make some stuff that they will not put fruits that are grown in Nigeria. You will not see them putting those local Nigerian fruits, putting that they are making. They will put something like these foreign cornflakes, and you see, if you look at them, you see them when they put all those things, like their ego is up there because they promote anything that is foreign. It makes them close to whiteness, and that is why they will betray themselves, betray everybody. Be careful. Cameroonians, the whole of West Africa, very cautious with these people. I'm telling you, I'm from there, and I know what I'm talking about. There is a lack of integrity, there's lack of brotherliness, there's lack of identity and proud of where you're coming from. There's a lack of unity and that understanding of a one people who promote each other and who want to grow. There's a tendency of crushing your brother to go close to whiteness. Especially they're abroad, it becomes worse. You understand? And if you see it, Nigerian man with a donkey white woman, he thinks he's in heaven. Vice versa. You know, immediately a Nigerian person or a person from West Africa meets a white person, they start making contents, you know, showing, hey, my white husband.
Sorry, blessing at the network. Everybody, welcome, Kene, my village brother. Welcome. Sorry, na network.
Eating okra soup. Have you seen a white person being proud to show that their black person is eating white man food? I am a critic. I study history and patterns. I will tell you this. And then white man food. That's what I'm saying. So they'll do everything to be close to whiteness and to promote whiteness, and they'll betray their brother. That's their tendency. They did it in history. They are doing it now, and they'll still do it tomorrow until the day they will wake up. If you want to look at Pan-Africanists, people fought colonialism and so on. Nigeria doesn't, the heroes, Nigeria doesn't top the list, and those countries, you understand? Yeah, Ghana is there with Kwame Nkrumah and all those things, but be careful. Just my advice. I don't care about feelings. I'm a Cameroonian, and Cameroonian is there. We will betray ourselves. We lack integrity. So if you like, you vex. I've told you, I learn from history. I study patterns, and I'll give it to you people raw as it is. Okay? You are better off with other people. Sometimes you are even better. You are even safe with a European than with people from West Africa. And they will betray you. They will crush you. That's what I'm going to tell you. Okay? Be careful. I am a critic. I study history and patterns. I'll tell you this. Be cautious with these African countries because of patterns and tendencies, right? So West and Central Africans, if you are an African and you are abroad, be cautious. Even if you are from West Africa or other parts of Africa, be cautious with people from West and Central African. Let me explain. If you see any American or any person whose ancestors were sold as slaves in America or wherever, if they're looking for their ancestry, they will land in West Africa, particularly, or part of Central Africa. So that is where most slaves were sold and taken from in Africa. These are the countries where, if you want to talk about human trafficking today, and people who have the tendencies to betray their own people, and people who misrepresent their culture, people who worship white supremacy, people who want to be close to whiteness. West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Congo, most of those countries, and part of sub-Saharan Africa, right? So what I'm saying is, the pattern and the tendencies, because these people, they have a false understanding of wealth acquisition, and they have a false understanding of how to view wealth and how to spend wealth. They have a problem with their ego. So they will do anything, including they have the likelihood to betray their brother. They will even sell their brother and all those things for money. If you want to look at human trafficking today, those are the countries that top the list. They will likely take their sister or their brother or anybody, or if they go abroad, they will take money from anybody, take people from their country and sell them to prostitution and most other things, even to sell them to Arab people. Those are the people who top the list. So be cautious with this as African. Cameroon is also a country you should be very careful. Cameroonians don't have integrity. They also they I'm a Cameroonian, but I will tell you, because I study patterns and history and I learn from them, and I'll tell you that you are better off with South Africans, with Rwandans and other people. Careful with people from Central West Africa, Nigeria, and all those things. Those people are in a survival mode. They have, if you look at the people, they're billionaires in these countries. Let's start with Nigeria. These billionaires don't care about the ordinary people, the rank.
As it started repeating itself, I thought it was, but you guys get the gist. I brought this here intentionally so that all of us, may not be listening only me the hearer, because we don't know what thing they at stake. We are still messing around. Nigeria is effed. I don't want to use the word effed completely. Nigeria is effed. If we don't get it together, I don't know. Anyway, look at now here, not to share. Look at here too.
In yet another unimaginable massacre on Monday, Muslim gunmen mowed down over 40 Christians in Nigeria. Well, Dumasani Washington, an expert on Christian persecution in Africa, joins us now. Dumasani, we talked last week about 6 years ago. It's not. This is a separate video about another massacre. Dumasani, what is going on?
In Raj, less than 2 weeks ago, 50 were killed in Nigeria, right? So it's connected to a much larger narrative, which has to do with a global Islamic caliphate. Sometimes people hear that term, they go, oh, that's a fairy tale. No, this is real. The Islamist groups, whether they're Boko Haram in Nigeria, right there, right, Al-Shabaab in Kenya and Somalia, Hamas in Gaza, right, the connective tissue is this Islamist vision of basically subjugating everyone who does not bow down to Sharia, who does not bow down to this interpretation of this Islamic faith. This, when I say this interpretation, as Raj, as you know, the number one death toll is actually other Muslims. Other Muslims are actually killed in these regions as well when it comes to the violence that's happening from either Fulani, which just happened here, or Boko Haram in other areas.
So Dumasani, the pushback would be, you know, in Gaza, it's not religiously motivated. It's an occupation. In Nigeria, it's a land dispute. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, it's about rare earth minerals. But you're saying that this is part of a larger narrative, correct?
All of those things can be true at the same time, Raj. In other words, yes, does Hamas want Israel destroyed and they consider it part of their land, if you will? Yeah. But the heart of that is not about land. It's about they're saying we want to kill, not just destroy Israel, but kill all the Jews in the diaspora, right? They're committed to this global mindset of destroying Jews, Christians, and others who don't subscribe to their beliefs. So unfortunately for us, Raj, particularly in the West, those other issues, as you brought them up, they become the distraction. As you may remember, the article I sent you last week, we didn't get touched on it, is from Newsweek, is a young man from Nigeria. He said during the Biden administration, they said the problem was global warming, right? It was because of climate change, right? Climate change was the reason why they were coming and taking land. And all these are the things that they throw out to Westerners, hoping that we get distracted by that. But the real issue, this is a religious war. And for us Christians, we understand this is what our Jewish friends would call Amalek. Amalek, which was the tribe that wanted to destroy Israel from the weakest and the smallest to everyone else. This is what's going on right now, but they want to do this across the globe.
Okay, so Dumasani, obviously you talk to a lot of folks in Nigeria. You've been sending me different contacts to reach out to. But what do you want my friend who's watching this right now to know unequivocally about what is happening in specifically Nigeria?
What they need to understand is that this is a war against Christians, a war against what we would call now religious minorities, because up until just recently, Nigeria was a majority Christian nation. So I want, especially the Christians, to know, Raj, to be praying for their brothers and sisters there. They are facing horrific circumstances. I'll give you a quick little story. About 2 years ago, was in Washington, D.C. for a meeting with Nigerian leaders, as well as others, to discuss what was going on. There was a young lady who's over this foundation of a young lady who was kidnapped during the whole Bring Back Our Girls thing. Raj, we were at a dinner table. She began to speak. Just this wonderful person. She just broke down and cried. She said, Nigerians are scared. So what she said that what's happening is that Nigerians across the state are getting more and more concerned about their safety because they see it getting worse and worse. So Christians really need to be praying for our brothers and sisters there in Nigeria.
Wow. Well, Dumasani, unfortunately, it seems like we'll have to have you back on soon because this is happening at a weekly pace at this point. It's just unimaginable. Let's definitely be praying for our brothers and sisters in Nigeria. And Dumasani, how can folks maybe get in contact with you or find resources online to help them further educate about what's actually happening?
Please go to a couple of different places. IBSI.org, that stands for Institute for Black Solidarity with Israel. But also one of our groups we work with very closely, the African Jewish Alliance, AfricanJewishAlliance.org. It is an alliance of, just it says, of Israelis, Jews, American Jews, Africans, Christians, other Muslims as well, who are bringing awareness to this and actually attempting to bring both statewide and federal legislation to recognize what's actually happening here so that we can condemn it and bring more attention to it.
Dumasani, my friend, thank you so much.
Thanks, Raj.
So my people, based on the other video that I shared of the lady reading Nigerians for filth, where is the lie? Did you detect any lies? Because I did not. Because that's exactly what we've been doing to each other. Let's call it what it is. And I'm really happy that videos like this are making the rounds. I'm glad that other Africans are now condemning and calling out Nigerians, because Nigerians are very good on social media, bragging, ego. Oh, Nigerians are the best in this. Oh, Nigerians are the best in that. Oh, this one is better than this one. Oh, I'm closer where everybody wants to be. Most Nigerians, especially, I have said it here a number of times, we don't have an elite in Nigeria. I don't know. Every time I hear Nigerian elite, my ear they pepper me. Where are they? I know they see elites. I know they see. They're not they. They are non-existent. In other countries, what elites do is do as much as possible to make their communities better. When they see a catastrophe that is going on like this, some of these so-called elites, they come from places that have been cleansed ethnically now. You don't hear them. Some of them get what there's no water. When they talk about, say, I go my village, water no day. Elites, now they're supposed to, okay, you know what, let's see what we can do. Gather money together, make your people even see water drink. None of them, there was not everything that girl said on point. There's nothing to take away. Nigerians are they are wicked to them. I've never seen a group of people like this in my life before. I have never. It almost feels like, one grew up in a cocoon where you just grew up in your small corner. Because this is crazy to me, what is going on. You know the number of women that are being trafficked on a daily basis. Hey, God. And they have so-called elites, so-called traditional leaders in those places. Nobody is doing anything. If anybody here with anything where that get talk when not be lie, I beg me, I won't know. Look, we talk. Madam Luke, welcome, my sister. How you doing?
I did fine, no. Are we in off camera mode because I sit down for my bed, oh?
No, I beg, no need now. Me not the, I know the enforced camera mode.
Thank you very much, because I don't feel like staring at the camera cross-eyed
I
for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hey, Tato, I see your hand, oh. Now God they bless you, Tato. And you don't tell when I see you, but I really, really appreciate Tato. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Madam. Look, sorry.
No problem. Thank you so much, Madam Omoye. Good to be with you.
Good afternoon. No,
good afternoon. Good evening here.
Yeah.
Well, you always bring different perspectives that remind us of the dismal situation in Nigeria and Africa at large. And I'm happy. I don't know the name of that lady that came and spoke. She first finally put everything together.
Oh, yeah.
When I keep telling people that Africa and Nigeria as a whole, we are under a spiritual curse. People think religion. I said the curse that has been handed down from generation to generation to generation has not been broken. The place that we see it being broken are places like Libya, places like Burkina Faso, and I don't trust Ghana. You see that Ghana? I don't trust Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
There is just something about that madman or Mahatma, whatever he calls himself, that doesn't
Right.
spark, that doesn't convey genuineness. He reminds me of the person who sold out Sankara. That is how he gives me the creeps. And Traore will be very careful going near that man. He is neither here nor there. Listen, let me tell you something about this thing. It's either you are with Traore or you are with ECOWAS. You cannot be sitting on the fence.
That's true.
You
This
cannot
is
be
very
sitting
true.
on the fence. But you see that man? He's sitting on the fence and he's a very creepy human being. And that is what this woman has just come to tell us. I don't trust. There is nothing he's doing there that, and he can easily.
Do you think that because I was hearing that Mahatma met with.
Say what again?
Sorry, go ahead.
You said Mahatma met him.
You didn't hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, so it'd be like saying Mahatma met. I saw a video where Mahatma went and he came for Mahatma's swearing in Ghana. And
Unannounced.
then Mahatma went to visit him.
Unannounced.
Unannounced. Okay.
Unannounced. He said he was not coming. Then
So,
he showed up.
and then yes.
The same thing he did with South Africa. Because the man does not trust the Africans he's dealing with.
Any African leader.
No.
And I appreciate that. You know, the Ugandan president invited him, he turned it down. Because Ugandan president has been known to be the one allegedly that sells out all the African leaders.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
The Ugandan leader was responsible for the downfall of Gaddafi. Even though Gaddafi, he was supportive of northern Nigeria because of the Muslim and religion stuff like that. But Gaddafi had a good idea of bringing Africa together. So Uganda, that allegedly, make I put allegedly, I not get money when they do court case. So he was allegedly said he will have every leader that has fallen in Africa has come. Most of the leaders have come from through the hands of that Ugandan president.
Absolutely. And the same thing with after Ghana is Kenya. Kenya was where they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from.
Nnamdi Kanu state. That's in Kenya.
Yes. So you see, there are some key African countries that is why when it comes to Kenya, Traore, he doesn't near there at all.
At all, yeah.
He does
He's
not
very
near
smart. I'm very happy that the man is smart and he's wise.
Yes. He's focused on his Burkina Faso people, and that is what he wants to do.
Yes.
That is what he wants to do. So you see, that lady put everything, you've showcased 3 different sections today. You did the one, I think the first one had to do with Nigerian political scene. Let me see, refresh my memory again. What was the first one about?
The first video I played was about what's it called? The state of the country, where this guy, Peter Aka, was calling out and saying that Nigerians have to do what they need to do to get their country back.
No, they can never do that. You see, let me tell you.
This man held Lagos under lock.
See,
that's what
people don't understand that once Tinubu got the hold of that power, it was game over.
Yeah. They don't. That's what they do not, Madam. Look, go ahead.
You see all these things Peter Obi, all these people are doing. We are going to end up like Cameroon. Tinubu is not leaving that place till he dies. And that is why he's very happy that there is unrest around the country, because you have to fight safety first before you come and fight him.
Allegedly, I heard that he even sponsors some of them.
Yes, he has to
some
make
of them
it.
report to him.
Yes, he has to keep the place in perpetual disarray. And meanwhile, the French troops are on ground somewhere.
That's what I heard, but they were denying it.
No, you can't deny it. No, you can't deny it. The French troops are on ground. Big time. So you see, people don't understand. That's why he keeps going to France to renew his alliance, renew his So it's very important to keep those places in Nigeria in disarray, so that way they'll be fighting insecurity. Before you start fighting insecurity, come and then infiltrate the military with Boko Haram people, so that way they keep assisting with the kidnappers and all that, so that way he consciously continues to siphon the money to loot Nigeria. Nobody's putting the radar on him. Because let me tell you, you see this thing about the people way plenty.
He plenty where.
And we're talking billions. We're talking billions. Anywhere there's pocket of dissentment, he has to douse it. And we're talking money. And that is why River State Fund is very important. Because River State is the breadwinner of Nigeria.
Yes.
And then come to think of it now, that so-called interim governor or whatever,
sole administrator when they install.
He's not someone Subara, Fubara, and he's the deputy to come and give account in office. Can you imagine an illegitimate sole administrator calling? I'm not even going to say that Subara was duly elected, but whatever
he was not elected. That one.
Good. So he was already there with Wike, and they did what they had to do. But as they don't enter that power, they don't swear. I mean, they don't swear this Tinubu in. Make we assume say he was legally and duly elected. Can you imagine a sole administrator whose job is to just sit there, keep the peace, and get out? He's not assuming the role of a governor. He has appointed local government chairman. I mean, it is just and you want to tell me he's doing all this without the blessings of Wike and Tinubu?
It is Wike now. It's Wike led. You know,
so I'm waiting to see. Yeah. I'm waiting to see what Fubara is going to do, because this is an ultimate test of his manhood.
They've told him, the people of Rivers have been saying, and everybody, they've been saying that Fubara should not even bother honoring that man's invitation. And his people have been pouring out to protest and all of that. I don't know how that's going to work.
He should just sit down in his house. Because this is the same Fubara that was sending messages to the House of Assembly to present budget. They ignored him.
Yes.
Now they want him to answer to some kangaroo sole administrator. Because all they're trying to do is to find a way to give course to extend that military rule, or to make it a permanent situation, so that the money from River State can keep going to Wike and Tinubu. Yes. To fund to lay the grounds for 2027
election.
So when Fubara already knows what the deal is, why is he going to waste his time?
Exactly. I would not honor it if I were Fubara. I'm not going to waste my time. But lie. There's no need. People have told him not to. People are calling him out and say, Fubara, you better not try it. You better not try. Do not honor this man's invitation. We'll see, we will see. Because so now all of them are the same, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Fubara is the same. Fubara came into the install. Let's just say what it is, right?
Unfortunately for him, he can never go back into that fold. Himself and Wike are not going to work together, because they never worked together in the first place. The terms of which they installed him, Fubara did not, just like Ambode, he did not fulfill it. So he can never, it will take a lot, and if he goes back, he might as well quit PDP and just join APC and just become a lapdog there. and then do everything they want him to do, just like Fashola did. Fashola had a
Exactly.
struggle with T-Pain. It was a major struggle, but he was able to just manage it to the point where he practically had to do whatever T-Pain wanted. And when Ambode decided he wasn't going to, he only got a one-term deal.
Yeah.
Now, Sanwo-Olu is getting his second term, and now he's falling out with T-Pain.
Yes.
Because Sanwo-Olu is now accused of sponsoring Obi and Atiku against T-Pain. That
Yes.
is
And
just so.
also, yes.
That is
yes.
just so wild an accusation. That is
Exactly.
so wild.
And also sponsoring that lady that became the in the House of Assembly in Lagos.
The
that took over from Obasa.
the Miranda lady or whatever her name is.
That lady, yeah. Apparently they said he sponsored her too.
Because they didn't want Obasa.
Exactly.
And Obasa is Tinubu's man, and he came here, stormed their place, drove everywhere out. The Miranda lady had to cower at the last instance. Now we've not heard from Sanwo-Olu. I think Sanwo-Olu just want to finish his 2027 and just bow out.
They are saying that they're going to send EFCC after Sanwo-Olu.
Of
and
course.
after the other lady, there was a lady that was also named as part of those that sponsored Peter Obi.
Yes, the lady that did her birthday in Grenada. Ashimogu.
They're coming after. They said they're going to send it. That's the story.
I think I heard they even went to carry the woman's mother.
Are you serious?
Yes, so they went and carried the mother. Since they couldn't find her, they went and carried the old 80-year-old mother.
Oh my goodness.
So there are a lot of things that are simmering underwater. There's a lot of things. There are connections and communications and underground dealings that are happening behind the scene. Just like you have this Natasha issue. Now they're saying Akpabio and Natasha are trying to settle out of court.
Yeah, Agbakoba, yes. That son.
That Agbakoba is such a snake. I cannot stand that man. I cannot stand that man. He reminds me of Falana.
They are the same now.
He reminds me of Falana. This judicial.
They can never stand for anything for real. They can never stand for it.
These are the people I call the judicial double man gang.
Exactly. How can you come out and say the woman should settle out of court with that kind of with what that woman has been through?
No, no. The question is on what terms?
Exactly.
On what terms? On what terms? So when I tell you that the curse that is holding Nigeria, people don't understand the extent. And unfortunately, we have a lot of forces working against the psyche of the average Nigerian.
That's true. That one I can't agree.
Number one, the poverty level has been weaponized. If you cannot, can you imagine the amount of people that came out to come and protest for Wike in Rivers?
Hey, my sister, I weak.
See them, they are shameless and they even wore white. Hey, the irony of life. When they should have, even when they wore white, they should have worn that white, like the kind of white that they used to do in Obi Kubana's 50th birthday. Wrap themselves like mummies, like
I know
corpses.
that guy. When a pretty mic, they call him.
Yes, they should have wrapped themselves like corpses so that only their eyes will be showing.
Hi.
And then sprinkle their whole white with blood because they're all ritualists.
I'm telling you.
Women with no shame. But like I said,
zero.
When you have women that can ready to sell themselves for 5K, they will give birth to children who are ready to sell themselves for 5K.
Simple. Madam, look, you just hit the nail on the head. That is what we are saying.
Every woman has a price, including myself. But before I take that money, I will know at what cost.
It's not even about money. When they say price,
it's money.
It's not only limited to money.
It's money because you need money to feed. They are hungry.
No. What I'm saying is, you say everybody has a price, right?
Yes.
Which I agree. No. Everybody has.
But you didn't ask of the kind of price.
Some
people are the bare minimum where they're just looking for to put bread. No, without butter.
10,000 naira level day. 10,000 naira level day.
Yes.
20,000 naira level day.
Yes. The people that sell their votes and all those people, it's not easy to sell your vote. Why don't you stay at home?
Exactly.
So you see, Poverty has been so weaponized that people who cannot feed, people who are hungry, cannot protest. Because you need food in your stomach to be able to stand in the sun.
That's true.
Yeah. And then people who are intimidated or blackmailed, you cannot protest. A lot of people have inner dealings with these people, so they cannot even protest. Most of the people are they're getting in bed with these politicians, they cannot protest. So all these things weighing down on the Nigerian psyche, what chances does the B have?
My sister, you're not wrong. I'm not even going to. You're not wrong about that because I think about it too.
Mr. Peter Obi is just doing God's work, and you know how people who do God's work end up. They end up like Christ.
Yeah.
You'll be crucified.
My I hope I don't want it to end up as I beg. He's not Christ. He should go and enjoy his family. Me, I don't even want him to run for election in Nigeria, to be honest.
Exactly.
If you ask
This is
me
the man.
today, go ahead,
This
madam.
the man since he was robbed of his mandate, he has not stopped working. Okay. Do you know the people in the East are not even? He doesn't even have any sound person in the East in his corner.
No. Well, there are people from the Southeast that are in his corner, actually.
I'm talking about the elite.
Because, which one?
I'm talking about the elite.
The elite? Some of them are, but they're doing it on the ground. You know, because they're all afraid. They don't want to leave they don't want to lose their business.
No. I can understand, but because he said that people who come near him, they go after their businesses.
Exactly.
So how can you operate politics like that?
That's the thing, and that's what we're operating under now. You have to work with what you're operating under.
Something you cannot come out and beat. Something that you cannot come out and beat your full chest about.
Exactly.
How is that genuine? How is that genuine? And so I don't understand what is going on there. And the you come out and protest. And then look. You see the funny thing when those white garment women came out to protest in for Wike. You didn't see police there. No. But the moment the anti-Fubaras came in, the police was there.
Yeah. You see the sea of people that came out today, the ones that were dressed in red.
Mm-hmm.
See the massive crowd, and that lady Briggs, I don't know her first name. That's she's always been an outspoken person for Niger Delta and all of that.
I bet who protested in red?
I think it was Fubara's people. They are supporting Fubara.
Oh, they came out in red.
They came out in red. So at one time they came out in a different color before.
And you go surprised that those ones don't change from white to red. They don't change color.
They will go. Some of them will go change now. Those ones when they come out as white, they will come out. See, protest. So these ones when we are red, they protest against emergency rule in Rivers State.
Those ones are the ones that did not collect money, or they collected from Fubara.
Exactly. These ones did not collect money. Exactly. So they are saying NBA have a conscience. Okay, NBA can't move their whatever, their annual whatever meeting, Congo, Enugu. Is it Enugu they moved it to or something like that? Yeah. So these people now they protest against the emergency rule. Massive crowd, though. Massive
crowd, Abby.
Yeah, it was massive.
See, my problem with our Nigerians is we know what we want, but you see, it's a case of everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die.
Yeah.
And then if you die, all the people that have died for Nigeria so far, tell me what impact their lives have made in Nigeria. The answer is none. So it's not encouraging for others to come forward and give their same lives. Those who are giving their same lives every day out of hunger, disease, sickness, we don't hear about them. They're gone.
Yeah.
So you see, when I tell you that Nigeria is operating on a curse, that lady that came on the second video tied everything together. You see all those places where slave traders settled. They were used to selling their brothers anyway. right from the get-go. And that is why we have a problem with African Americans in this country. Anywhere you go, they will tell you sold them.
Oh yeah.
And it's the truth. The moment people like Azus Dodema are quarreling with the opposition, they will carry the opposition and sell them. That is what they are doing to Boko Haram. That is why the Fulani people are going there and raising their crops and doing everything. It's the same thing that is being practiced today.
Exactly.
It's just that now the Nigerians and the black men have perfected the skills. You are the one saying, there was a situation there already. I think it was on YouTube. I think I was going to say that one. I was one of the videos I wanted to post.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Dubai Girl. This was a girl that was, her father violated her mother and it resulted in the pregnancy. When she was 14, the father now sold her to Dubai. The father, her biological father.
Oh!
Her own biological dad did not tell her. Because after a while, he accepted the pregnancy. I think the mother finally carried the child and then the mother went her way. I think she remarried, got other children. So this girl was raised with the grandmother or so. And then when the grandmother died, she was left hanging. So the father now decided to use her to make money. Her own father organized, took her to Dubai. And then when she got there, she became a slave. The interesting thing about when I watched that thing, at the time, I didn't know whether to just go to the back of my compound here, just look for the best way to end it all. It made me. I went through different stages of depression. I went from anger, then I went to hopelessness, then I went to despair. And then it's like, you know what? Why I don't want to be here. I don't want to be on this planet anymore. This girl now told her that now she now befriended a Nigerian there that was the pimp because she needed protection. So she now befriended the Nigerian guy. So the Nigerian guy was now protecting her from giving her clients that are not too. She said she was having like 10 clients a day or whatever. So the guy was making sure she didn't give her Africans. She said if she went to do African, she said she doesn't do anybody from that black area. She doesn't do them. That the Arabs and all those ones, they will just do like 5 minutes, they will go. But if you encounter those African men for work, she said there was a day she fainted. No, you should Google it. The Dubai Girl. It's on the internet. It came out about a month ago. She finally, I think, found her way back to Nigeria. I don't know the details. And then by the time she came back, she was already a drug addict. The only thing that she didn't come back with was HIV. So when she now came back, she resumed her ways here in Nigeria because it was the only
thing she
life she knew. Until one day she was on the streets, she now finally decided to give herself to Christ. Because when you're at the rock bottom, you only do one or two things. You become a born again, or you end it all. So she now ended up in one of these NGO in Ogun State. That was how her story now came out. And then she was pregnant. So they took her there. They're not sure her with the pregnancy. That's when they now came out and said, we have this. Like, we have people like Abike every day. We have people like Abike every day.
I'm telling you.
We have women of we have minister of women and foreign
affairs.
So this lady was this. So we said when it came out on YouTube, we said she donate money. I told them there, like, you know what? I don't give money to NGOs. I'm sorry.
Like the NGO, when they swallow their money, then people know they see the money.
Even now. VDM, I will not give money to. I said, give me the guest account.
VDM, they try. I no will lie. Our demand is the guy is not perfect. There are a lot of things that people say, And
you see, when it comes to, there is something about that guy that just gives me the creeps. I don't know. I don't see him as genuine. And
I
he's
think, for me, I think that there's a lot of immaturity with him.
not only immaturity, he lacks humility, and he's extremely arrogant.
I think it's part of the immaturity. I
And
don't
he
know.
does not have any spirituality at all.
No, there's. I don't want to. I don't know.
No, he
if
does
I-
not. He does not have anything he's accountable to. There's no
Okay.
higher power he's
Yeah.
accountable to.
Yeah.
So when you don't have any higher power you're accountable to,
It can be dangerous.
thank you.
Yeah.
And I
can
don't
be
like cultism. You see that ratted cult?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
do.
That following that format
I don't do.
economy
I don't do.
too.
I had to unfollow him. People are unfollowed. I followed Aisha Yusuf. I unfollowed VDM. I unfollowed Lisa Kanu. You see, all it takes is one thing you would do that will make me just say, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
So when he doesn't have any higher power that is accountable to, and like I said, I go with my instinct.
Yeah, which is good. That's
So
the
if I
best
don't
thing.
feel comfortable about it, and my instincts are never wrong.
Right.
So let him keep doing his good work for those who appreciate him. So coming back to NGO, I told them, I said, I don't give NGOs money. I'm sorry, especially, read my lips, Christian ones.
Those ones they've turned out to be a lot more dubious.
So I told her that if you give me the guest account number, I will do anything to put money there. Let it be that the money went straight to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they told me? That for privacy reasons they cannot. I said, then you are not ready. Go and take care of it.
You're not ready. The girl need the money. Now they say
because when you give them this money, she will not see that money. She will end up being used again. Even if that one, she can go and start up her own business and take care of her child.
Exactly.
But they said no. Now I said there's only way you can help somebody rich. And I'm like, I told her if it was even me, I will come out. I don't have anything to lose. I'm not going to hide behind the screen.
Exactly. I will even create a channel, TikTok.
Yes, now.
I'm going to tell my story part 1 to 100.
Yes. That's why I like that. That's why that one person I like, even I'm not following her, is Summer Aku.
Oh, Summer. I know. I think I've seen some of her. I don't follow her, but I see her content.
The day Summer opened her life out, it was part 1 to 14. Omo, I never hear story like that for my life. It was riveting. It was captivating.
Wow.
What she went through in her marriage.
Mm-hmm.
She married one Yoruba guy like that.
Waiting
the family take her eyes see.
Wow.
It was part 1 to 14, and this girl married at a very young age. I think with 4 children or whatever. Her yacht went down. I said that's why I just put hand for. That's why I put hand for cheek.
People they see things. Shao, go to bed, go.
I said, it was an epic.
Oh my goodness.
It was an epic. It was part 1 to 14. The thing not finished. People were begging for more.
Mm-hmm.
Begging for more. You see, when I tell you, and when you personalize your story, you take away the mystery out of it.
Yeah.
And people see you as a role model. You can imagine if that girl had come out and open her own channel and said, This was what I did in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
And this was how I overcome it. You will see that other people will tap into that and use it to embolden their lives and turn around for the
exactly.
Instead, you're hiding under one NGO. You're under one mommy GO under the GO.
That's
and you want me to give them their
money to monetize.
I said I will do no such thing. Now there I closed the channel. I just put that for my archive. Where can they go?
That's a shame.
So you see,
nobody they tell the guest me she even open TikTok account, tell her story, because a lot of people will be willing to hear that story so that people can learn from it.
What do you have to lose? You've already hit rock bottom. Is it the name
bottom. You are? Yeah.
Is it the name that you are not hiding?
You remember there's one lady on TikTok. She had she did this series. Who the F did I marry? She do I reach like how many parts? He reached like 100. Maybe I don't know that he reached 100. She talk how the F. Who the F did I marry? Part
yes,
1
now.
Gazillion. And so he told the story. For that story, the girl travel. He travel go Paris. He travel go. They can't even give some deal for one channel or something like that. So they can't even say they won't make movie out of her story. Or
I
more.
know.
I don't know who did that girl here. They're supposed to tell her more. Maybe she just create and tell her own story. Come off from under the church because that one they go sit down on top
No,
of her.
no.
They don't go want make the get. They want
They'll
money.
no, they'll be using you to sell the story and be making money from it.
Huh.
So I said, going back to what we were saying,
Yeah.
our own cause start from our family. People are saying Boko Haram and all this one. The ones that we do ourselves for inside house.
That's true.
That is the worst part of it all. Can you imagine a father selling his own daughter? By the time she came back, I think she was like 22. She left at 19. By the time she finished, she has lived the life of 50 years in that 3 years. She has lived the life of 3 years. They now came back, they introduced her to drugs here again. She was now, This is from her own, she left, this one left from her own couple. When she came back, her mother was still here. Yeah. I mean, the story was so disgusting that I'm like, at the time, I went outside. I think I stayed outside for like 2 hours. Just looking at the sky.
Is that what she does, Kene? She only save Yoruba.
Only save Yoruba?
I don't know. She say Abike will save only Yorubas.
I won't put it past her because that is the kind of people Tinubu appoints.
Oh my God. It's such a shame.
That's the kind of people Tinubu appoints. It's a very ethnocentric human being. Someone that said he doesn't believe in one Nigeria.
I know.
That is the president of Nigeria. Somebody that has no existence for the first 30 years of his life.
I'm telling you, nothing. You can't find anything on him. I doubt that man is Nigerian.
He's not a Nigerian.
That man, the borders in Nigeria are too porous. There are people who are not Nigerian who are claiming
and that is
Nigeria.
the reason why you cannot find anything on him for the first 30 years.
Yeah.
Even all these children that he's giving birth to, we never had any naming ceremony about those people.
Exactly.
Even the ones that are hanging around, that Remi Tinubu had that are hanging around in London, they never a time you see that they will come to Nigeria and say they're having a family portrait or anything.
Oh, exactly.
These people are so enigmatic, it's not funny.
I won't be surprised. That man is not Nigerian.
He's not a Nigerian.
He's not a Nigerian at all. He doesn't.
You know how those people just. You know how those people just go through porous borders. They settle in one place, and then you become an EDG. I mean, this guy that this boy came to do houseboy.
Exactly
for that madam.
Yes. In what's it called? Island, on the island in Lagos.
Yes.
That's how.
Even when I was growing up, we had houses from Cotonou and all those Badagry, all those places.
Exactly.
That is why you
can have security guards that are from Niger in Nigeria, from Chad in Nigeria. So when those people will not come out, they will say they are Nigerians. How?
Yes, now. Even people came from Sierra Leone, they were living in Nigeria.
Exactly.
You know?
So you see, all those borders. Go ahead. You were talking about the curses, so I'm here to.
Yeah, but these are the curses. These are the curses we're talking about. These are the curses because the curses start from our own family.
That's true.
The curses start from you. Madam, life with Natu. Now me and you. Thank you. Well, you see, the curses are so. And until we break these curses, we're not even close. And I told you, I've said it here one time. When Timaya said that thing about Nigerians should not marry Nigerians, you thought I was joking. Let me tell you, we don't have the concept of love. Do you understand me?
I can hear you, madam.
We do not have what it is to love. And when you are spiritually poor, you cannot love. So there's a total disconnect that we are just like police and thieves. Who goes zoom who? Who zooms who first? Now, don't tell me. I'm not going to tell you that I don't have marriages that are solid. It's like when I was reading this Obi Kubana and his wife, I was just like saying, God, what a lucky couple. What a lucky couple. He has been with that woman now for 16 years. And when they were telling their stories, in fact, she was the one that came from a privileged family. And she was the one that helped his career to blossom.
Right.
And when they were narrating their stories, she used to tease him that time that he was a village boy. And all those things. And how he turned around and told her that when she entered plane, he was the one that paid her first plane ticket. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you see where marriages who are meant to succeed, marriages that are meant to succeed, you see how they start from.
Yeah.
You see how they start from. These are people, yeah.
True.
That is why I don't understand that May and you, Lejoche and May, because that was a marriage that was supposed to be, that was founded from the grain of the earth.
Yeah, but you know why May's ended up like that? I can tell you why. You have to remember, May was still very young. Was she not 18 or so when she met him? And I think prior to that, they had known the family. Okay. So during their relationship, she got, like, allegedly, the lepo enter. Now she take married. You know, say for Nigeria, then no, where people still place value on stuff like that. Once you get belle for man, a straight up marriage.
No, sis, wait, no. It doesn't really matter. It don't matter. We are not saying that you have to be made it before you marry. Now, something they cost something. You are dating, you are married. They both didn't have anything, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't get anything, but you have to remember, people they grow apart. They choose. The man's this is what I think may have happened. I'm not in their marriage.
No, it's not the fact that they were incompatible. They just grew, and you see, that's what I always say it. Sometimes you meet your soulmate after you get married. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially if Bella carry you enter the marriage. So sometimes you meet your soulmate after you get married. Now you see this juju and you, the kind of rapport we then get.
Right.
It's not something I think May and you would have gotten. The man is comfortable in that place.
Clearly, he shows it all the time.
Very comfortable in that place.
He's very excited.
Yes.
As the woman they praise and the thing they make his head swell.
And you know the woman comes with some local flavor that May cannot duplicate. You don't say her deodorant go be ogriokwi. You know what I mean?
Sorobia.
Thank you. That thing will be an aphrodisiac for that man. Meanwhile, May is like smelling Gucci and you don't go walk now. The man a native man.
Native man, exactly.
So
native man, that man be
This one are the one we go cook food, go give her food, she go kneel down, carry and give her food, feed her. So right now he's fulfilling. She's on her third child now.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh my God, this one is pregnant again.
Yes, now by the time she finished, you can tell they have good sexual chemistry.
Back to back.
Yeah, she got good sexual chemistry. This one the one when the man go even see himself with that rapper, the man go to touch you. Man, they wear short skirt, they walk about. That's not what the man wants. He's not interested.
He's not. He was a local woman, man.
Yes.
They're going to praise and
when you go wake up in the morning, you go, yeah, Odogun now. So you see, after a while, you meet your soulmate, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I don't know why people are parrying all over the internet. You go where happiness is, you know? And even if May was with you, she will not be happy because the person you is not the kind of person she want to live with.
You know what, Madam, look, I don't think that social media, here's the thing, you know why people invest for you? Personally, letting me observe you. Now, the way you take go about time.
You didn't have a choice.
Even if that's what they think, that's what you
don't get choice. Let me tell you why you didn't have a choice. You see the kind of communication he has with May.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know the kind of communication we get with Judy. I don't even think, and he knew that if he brought it up with her, that is the end of that marriage. He didn't even have the balls to come and he can't look her in the face and tell her that nonsense. He never fit. He didn't choke her for throat. He never fit. So it's better he should head outside because he knew that it was over anyway, so there was nothing he could do.
Exactly. So
he had to go with where his bed is gonna warm. He knew say that area for me you don't die. So there's no way that's gonna happen. So he had to go with the part of least resistance. Because he couldn't lose both ways. And the lady was already pregnant. Or had already given birth. So he had no choice, really. He didn't have a choice. So the only thing he had to do was try to form that polygamy. Lumoy was like, I'm not having any part of it.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There is something wrong with our fundamental, the basis of our existence. It is built on deceit. It is built on chaos. It is built with bajue. If it's not religion, it's tradition. There is nothing we hold true in our relationships. There is nothing that holds us together that says we can be committed as a couple to it. Be it love, be it commitment, be it spirituality. There is nothing. So how do you expect this? How do you expect the marriage to work? How do you expect the relationship to work? How do you expect to raise children in such an environment? So we are losers all over. So, and that reflects in our politics. It reflects in our daily life. So we are totally dysfunctional. Like I tell my young ones here, I say, you know what? Girls, I want to see you know what near my house. I said you are in a place where now you can know the difference between where we are coming from and where you are going. Please choose wisely. I don't want to say it here because the last time I said it here, people came for me. So I'm not going to say. I tell them, say, I beg, go for an interracial marriage. Please, I'm begging you. Don't go where you will be sold into slavery again. Don't go where anybody will sell you into slavery. Wait, and the funny thing, when I look at all those people when they do skits for Instagram and all those places or TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
I praise those marriages who are able to stand the test of time. Be it black, white, yellow, or red. One channel I really like is that what's her name? That lady that cooks with her 8 children. I think she's a Ghanaian.
I don't know. I don't think I know that one.
It's Omar or somebody. She cooks.
Okay.
Her husband is a pastor.
Okay.
I think she just had her 7th child.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that house is solid. When you see a house that is solid, you will see it. So I'm not knocking all our own, but for you to find a successful Nigerian marriage now, you will go through hell.
Nowadays, yes, I would definitely
because
agree. Yeah,
everything is based on deceit and everything is based on contract. What can you do for me and what can I do for you? And because you live in a poverty-stricken environment, you are bound to stray out to be able to bring something into the house to keep your marriage to work.
right.
Women cheat, men will go out and have same-sex, whatever relationships. So it's all a lot of, it's a very confusing time we live in.
Transactional marriages.
Yes, very transactional. And I would rather not raise kids in that kind of environment.
Right.
What was that? Oh, there was another solid story that I read. I don't know if I was half asleep where that was from. There was this boy. I don't know if you know that boy that was molested in his school. This woman sent her child. Yeah, the woman sent her child to school. And by the time the guy came back, the guy was emaciated. This was a Christian school, All boys. The guy suffered so much bullying, he came back a skeleton.
Is it the one that was from Warri?
Yes, thank you.
Sylvester Romani. That's
No. This is the latest one.
Oh my God, it's similar.
This is the latest one. Yes.
Wow.
I don't know whether I don't know whether I was half asleep when that thing happened or was at work and I was flipping through. This woman sent her child to school, boarding school. The boy came back. I think they said it was bedwetting. He had bedwetting issues or something like that. So if you know your son has a medical problem like that, don't put him in a place where he will be
bullied.
Yes. So they even end up they ended up essaying him. So they took him to the doctor. The doctor confirmed that he was SA'd by the senior boys in the school. So they removed him from his hostel where he was with the younger boys, and they threw him in the hostel of the bigger boys to go and be doing houseboy for them there. So they started starving him, and when they now called the school authorities started threatening the woman. So you see, there's so much evil. And when it comes to the Christians, I'm sorry. You know what? It's better for me to die in the hands of Boko Haram. I know at least I'm dying in the hands of an infidel with a knife than for somebody to be pronouncing the name of God. Listen, I can give you experiences I had in this. Do you know the worst experience I have were places where they were playing the church, they were playing what do you call it? Gospel songs. People will be doing ritual and be playing gospel songs. So where do we go from here? The answer is nowhere.
So what do you do? What is your solution? What do you think the solution
No,
is?
you are gonna be. Did you not hear that the lady said in Cameroon? Did you not hear what's going on in Cameroon? You see those ones, eh? They have practically given up. They are just like zombies there. They have no identity. Even when they're outside their country, you can see there's a complex. They have no sense of national. At least when Nigeria come out, they go talk, Nigerians will come out, they will talk, they will say, okay, they have an identity. Cameroons have no identity.
Yeah, but you know, in the story, she said that Nigeria still has a chance. So I'm asking, now we understand everything when you talk, I agree, right?
Chance how?
From your own, what do you say?
I don't see there's any chance, so I don't see there's any chance because you see, for you to have a chance, you have to see a blueprint. Say when you're there for inside tunnel, when you don't enter all those London subway and all those places, you know there's a place where you see light at the end of that tunnel. Can you please point to where you have light at the end of your Nigerian tunnel?
I do. Where there's light, where there's light lies with the people.
That is a vague statement.
No, it's not vague. It's the
truth.
A
people that cannot protest.
No, a people
wait. A people that cannot protest their rights. People that sell their votes. Huh?
Okay, so you just suggest we just fold hand, no, we look.
You are not folding your hand. There's nothing you can do. You've been conquered.
Okay. There's they see small chance. You know they see.
I don't see any chance.
Basically, you say you don't see anything.
I don't see any chance.
Pitch dark for you.
Pitch darkness. Pitch black. Pitch black.
No wala. No wala. We differ on that. We differ with you on that, which is okay.
Pitch black.
Which
when
is
you
okay.
have women coming out in white to come and protest for weekend, yeah? And then you have the government against you, you have the police against you, you have the military against you, you have the judiciary against you, even your House of Reps are against you, your senators are against you. Please look at what Natasha is going on right now. You can imagine what the common man is going through.
Well, guess what? Natasha is fighting.
Okay, good. Natasha is one person out of how many?
Yeah, but there's so many people that are rising too.
Okay.
Right? So if we say pitch dark, there's nothing. That means maybe we just fold hand, we should just wait like sheep. Just be waiting for slaughter.
You're already sheep. Listen, you don't know you're already sheep. The only thing that they're leading you to the slaughter, but you don't know.
So, but even if at least
So
you
sheep when they
recognize that
live,
they are leaving
sheep
it
when
to
they
the
the
shelter.
sheep when they live for slaughter has only two choices. Is that you find a way to break that chain and escape, or you just go to that slaughter, JJ. And Nigeria right now, they're just
Now
going
you
to.
don't talk, and it's either you break the chain, jeje, right? That way, there are two options. Either you break the chain, jeje, or you line up again for another
No,
slaughter.
but you can. Michael said, how can you be praising interracial marriages but still be praising Cora Obidi, who is the poster child of a failed and toxic interracial marriage? Honey, Cora Obidi's situation is better than those Nigerian marriages that you see there. Cora Obidi's marriage is at least she married somebody that is a human being. Nigerians are marrying animals. And when you say it's a failed and toxic marriage, interracial marriage, a failed and toxic interracial marriage is 100 times better than a failed and toxic African marriage. At least there's no ritualism there. Nobody's selling anybody for slavery. Nigeria man, you go to your own husband's house. The husband ain't going to pimp you, go give another man. So please don't compare. When the people, the white people practice slave trade, they practice it with dignity. Nigeria don't get dignity.
Wow, that's deep.
So please don't compare. When we have the human races, nobody ever told you that they were the same. We get level. The higher functioning human beings are way up there. You can tell from the environment they live in. The lower functioning ones are where we find ourselves. You know, jungle bunnies who claim to be educated. You are telling me my self-hate is showing. If you come from Nigeria, you don't need to hate yourself. If you are a Nigerian, are you proud to be a Nigerian now? You are telling me self-hate. Yes, I have every reason to self-hate. Because I live in a very hateful environment right now. So it's justified. So I'm not going to fake what I don't have and I don't believe in. The Nigeria I used to know that used to give me joy and love is no longer there. So yes, I have a lot of self-hate. Yes. Because of what is going on in my country, my spirit is not at rest. So my self-hate is very justified. If you love yourself in the present situation, then you are delusional. Because you cannot love yourself when you have poop all over you. When you have disease crawling all over you. When you have lack of, what will I say, humanity crawling over you. So what is there to love in yourself right now? Is it by mouth? When I have something to love, I will say it. Right now, there ain't nothing. There is nothing on any level except the food and the fashion. That's the only thing that gives me joy in Nigeria. When it comes to the people, sorry, I don't get joy there. So if you think I would rather take an interracial marriage any day. There's some level of humanity. Because let me tell you why. Those people have evolved, but Nigerians have revolved. They're going backwards. Any interracial person you meet has evolved. Even Mr. Cora Obidi or Mr. Dr. Dean at his worst had some humanity. At his worst, it was toxic, yes. But compare a toxic interracial relationship to a toxic black relationship. Is it the black on black here in this America? Is it the black on black one that we have in this America? With domestic violence, half of them in jail. Listen, I beg, everything get level. Yes, so he said, go ask Oyibo women, waiting their men, they do their women. You see, your problem is that you want to compare. You know, go build your own house. You know, go work on yourself. You're comparing what Oyibo man they do, Oyibo man. Is it a competition? Now, competition with they. I'm telling you, please, and I like it. See, at this point now, we are points where we are now grandparents. Do you know where I am? I haven't seen any of my friends or anybody who don't marry Nigerian. Because number one, when they go to schools, they're going to schools with Indians, white people. You don't see a lot of Nigerian Americans here. So most of the marriages where they go now, they're marrying Hispanics, or they are marrying Oyibo, or they are marrying Haitians, and I am loving it. I am so loving it. Because you will learn from other places. Because not your people haven't taught you anything, so go learn somewhere else. And for those of them, the people who are making it, I give them kudos. I'm not going to be the one to knock my Nigerian one and say, yeah, but for me, if I come this one, they give me, I'm not going to marry a black man. I'm sorry. No, I'm not even talking about Nigerian. I will not marry a black man. I beat my chest. I will not. Because number one, they are boring. Extremely boring. Father, you not finish. They know they travel. They know they do, just sit down there. After they eat, they choose to pick. They go snow. They are extremely boring people. But you go somewhere, they'll say, these are people that challenge your intellect. What are we doing today, babe? What are we doing today, hon? What are we doing today? Let's do this. You will learn something new. But this one, I chop a kwabi, chop moi moi, chop this one. Then you sit down, fart, sleep. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that no more. I like an interracial place because you learn, you bring people, two different people bring things to the table, and the world has gone global. Your children should be exposed to different cultures. Not that one there that you're busy still selling yourself to Italy and still pretending like you are civilized. No. So, and coming to your last video, still, we are still, see, since when we don't hear this, Mr. Boye, what do you play for your last video? Not be the same killings.
Yep.
Do you know we have been saying the same thing since the Civil War? What don't change? You think I'm going to waste my time discussing something that is happening on a daily basis? I don't have time for that. My life is not that boring. When then bring me and kill 50 people for listen, if the Christians have decided they don't want to be slaughtered like Christ, then I think it's a good idea they should go and meet their makers. Because that is a sure way you're going to enter heaven. So sit down there. Put your neck down. Let them kill you. You are going to be guaranteed to sit on the right side of Christ. Because you died for your religion, Abi. These are the same Christians that kill people for conversion. They don't forget. How many witches them born? And now they are talking that their people are killing them. What goes around comes around. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Abi, we don't forget. Go and watch what they did in the Scandinavian days. What the Christians tell people I see. They burn people as witches. The funny thing about this one, they're not killing you because you are Christians. That is one thing Nigerians just keep running away with this nonsense. Nobody's killing. Those people are not killing you because you're Christian. They're killing you because they want to take your land. They're killing you because you want to. They don't care who is living there.
Fine, Madam Luke. Fine.
Sorry. They're eliminating you. They're eliminating you because of your land and your resources. Nobody cares if you're a Christian or not. I mean, those ones are true Christians. You just give yourself a name, and you think you think it's because of that, and you're going to whip up sentiments on that note. Those people that they killed, that they fight, or they eliminated, how many times have you entered the church? And the people that are killing them, how many times have they recited the Quran? You see that you're all deceiving yourselves. You're all deceiving yourselves. The people that they eliminated there, how many times have they carried it? Have they ever read the Bible? The ones that are doing the eliminating, have they ever held the Quran in their hand? Just to tell you that all these are resource control. They want your land. They want your land, they want your resources, and all this is about control. What they cannot take from you quietly, they will take by force. So this has nothing to do with eliminating Christians, because you are no Christians dear, and there are no Muslims dear. These are just a bunch of criminals terrorizing people around. So let's not make it a religious thing. It's not a religious thing. Because if it was a religious thing, you will have your pastors Adeboye, your Khan, and everybody raising arms. Miss Omoye, have you seen any of those Christian groups come out to defend these people?
Not one.
Thank you. And you want to
Shamefully.
make you want me to believe that it's an elimination of Christians? No, it's not an elimination of Christians, because if there were elimination of Christians, your Christian body would have been up in arms. Why is it that your Christian bodies are not up in arms?
Hello.
Michael,
How are
welcome.
you guys doing?
We're
Yeah,
good,
madam.
though. How
How
you
are
doing?
they?
Welcome. We thank God.
I did. Sorry, I had to call in. I'm busy, but I
Yeah.
had to call in. Come.
Oh, thank
Madam,
you.
look. Madam, look. I just got to beg you. For those of una way they promote interracial relationship, both men and women, make una go carry una slow bunnies. Make una just ride off into the sunset. Leave us alone. Okay? Because una they always make them look as if all these Oyibo people, they're very special. And that they are, as you said, they are so civilized and modern. Yet, you're the one that also said a few minutes ago that they were the ones doing the Christian crusades, buying people all over the world. They are the ones that are buying people in Africa right now. They are the ones that destroyed Libya and introduced terrorism into all of Africa as we know it, especially Nigeria. So I beg, go carry your white man. Nobody they say make you no carry. Carry and make you just go your own way. When you leave us, make we perish under our ignorance, as you call it. Even though it's recorded that we were the ones that introduced civilization to them. I know they are special now. Go meet them. Okay? There are lots of people. Go ask Oimbo women what their men they do them, and go ask Oimbo men what their women they do them. Don't just think everything ends and dies with us Africans. It's not like that. The average African just wants to live in peace and just mind their business. Don't use Nigeria as a case study. Okay? Look at the rest of Africa. They are meek people. They are people that just want to survive, just want to be on their own. Okay? If you want to do interracial, leave us alone now. Someone that go talk every time. The relationship go fail, but I no go come out, come talk, say, see why it fail. They talk, say, Kora Obidi relationship, now it did better than most black people. I beg you, stop that. No, leave that matter for Matthias. I beg. I don't talk finish.
Has he finished? Mr. Momoye, has he finished?
Oh, Michael, you don't wrap up, Abby. Okay, I think he has.
I
Go ahead.
Oh
I
yes,
don't finish. Where they carry go?
I can handle that. Well, your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is my opinion. It doesn't change the price of rice in China. So we can gladly move on. I don't have anything to say about that. I've said what I have to say and I stand by it. Next, please.
Okay, I mean, hey, my own be say, wetin dey happen to us as a people, wetin be the solution? That is na there let me stand up, because there's no problem without solutions. Me, I no believe say everything dey dark. No, I don't believe that. Otherwise, we no go dey wake up every day now. We should all one day everybody will just go like that. So as far as you dey alive and you dey wake up, that means that there's hope that things can be worked out. I know that we're people that have been subdued for thousands of years, right? And I know there's a lot of trauma there. And I know that we have suffered in the hands of palm-colored people. That one I know. And some of the evil that we see being perpetrated on our continent right now is as a direct result of that, and it's still happening. I know that, right? So for me, now waiting we go do to move forward, maybe now, because we cannot continue to live in isolation. We not be just hold hand and look. We say, okay, as everything done bad now, may everybody just wait. So that make everybody just wait to whatever is going to happen next, make it just come. No, I don't believe in that too. And again, me, I disagree with the part of what they call Antimaya. I still do not agree with him. That's his own problem. That is his own take. Okay, so Everybody has a choice to have the types of relationship they want to have. It's okay. As long as you are happy, you have peace where you are, you're happy, that is okay. Chimaya does not have a right. Me, I even responded to him when he said that. He doesn't have a right to throw every person because based on his own experience, it's not enough for him to throw Nigerians under the bus. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. But having said that, me, I still stand on instead of us to we know all the problems. If we say we start to talk all the problems when in Nigeria today, we know we'll come. We go there here forever. Make we find how we could take work am out. Wetin we need to do. Now that one now I want make we dey talk about. Not be all the issues wey we dey see dey happen every day. There's so many videos I can't even play them because it's pointless. There's no need for me to play them because it's almost it go be like say I dey repeat. I saw the video. Guy one, I don't know whether that guy one lele dey here. The video you told me to go and look at about this person, what's his name, Abure's brother, that he came to say about Abure and all of that. I went to listen. Oh, you're not mute. Let me mute Madam Luke's mic. Yeah. You know, I went to watch that video and I was like, oh my God, this is not something that we didn't know. People were already speculating at that time. People were already talking about it. It's about 42 minutes. I have a cutout of it that's like 42 minutes long when the guy was speaking. And I don't know if I'm going to have the time to play today because today is already far gone, you know. But I just feel like we need to keep brainstorming and thinking. This is why the reason why I brought the video of this lady that spoke from Cameroon. I feel like we need to wake up. And the video I played about the Ghanaian, what the Ghanaian guy had to say, right? I don't have to, you know, it's hard to listen to them say those things about Nigeria, but you cannot take away the truth of it. We really need to, it's like a mirror now that's been put up against us so that we can look at ourselves critically. We really, really need these types of conversations need to be happening, you know. So for me, now how we want to move forward, how we want to take better ourselves. And there me day, nobody holy pass, you know. There's nowhere that is no. There's nowhere that is better than anywhere else. That one a lie. Everywhere gets your issue, but we know say Nigeria now our own, whether we like them or not. Unfortunately. Whether unfortunately or not, or unfortunately, that's where we come from. So we need to keep talking. We need to keep having conversations. We need to keep strategizing because you know all these things that we're talking about. If we have the right people in the right positions, some of these things that we're talking about will be addressed, if not all. It will be addressed. The reason why it looks like Nigerians all over, especially now, Nigerians from Nigeria, they look like confused people. They are heavily traumatized and all of that because there's no real leadership. You have a T-Pain that doesn't care. The man is sipping French coffee and baguette by the beach somewhere. He doesn't care. You have a VP that we don't even know anything about. We don't know what's happening with him. Whether he's coming, whether he's going, we don't know. The police, the army, everybody just doing whatever they like. Your National Assembly, House of Rep doing whatever they like. This is why for me, it is up to the people, not up to some few politicians. I see what's been going on. So people are pushing, oh, you know, these people should form a coalition and form a coalition that's not going to solve our problem if we do not do it correctly. And if the people are not ready and they don't understand they don't understand that this is crucial, we go nowhere. Because the same people that they use against those that want to work well for the country, it's the same people. They will go and collect the ones who will collect 200,000 will collect. The ones who 500 and their problem will collect. And they will do whatever they want to do to remain stuck. It's a mindset problem. And of course, I cannot remove the spiritual aspect of it because a lot of injustice has taken place in that land. So many people have been sold. Brother selling brother, father selling children, mother said they sell children. All those things are not normal. And when you don't have a system that is working, it will continue. Burkina Faso, I'm sure they had those problems before, but it took one man. The man said, no, I'm not going to continue to allow my country to be run into the ground like this. They could have unalived him in the process. They could have unalived that man. But they did not unalive him. And look at what he's doing for his country people. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's been able to achieve. To the point where he has gained the trust of his people, that even those that were sent to come and try to eliminate him, right? The people around him they tried to use went and told him, look, they offered us $5 million. We never heard of for history for Africa before. They went and told him and said this, but we did not take it because we believe in what you are doing. It took one man. It's the same thing for Nigeria. It's not a lost cause. I know, I understand Madam Luke's frustration. That's why I cannot interject her. Everybody has their frustrations with this country and what it has done. Not everybody has something positive to say. I have a friend who literally said, if there's a way if there's a sponge that she can buy that can scrub Nigeria away from her, she will. But that girl today is one of the people, this girl has been saying it for such a long time. But today she's one of those people saying, what can we do? There's no way around it. We have to continue to have a conversation. And when people have their frustrations and have a different take, I'm going to give people space to talk, because guess what? I don't know I finish. And hearing some of these things is important, so that other Nigerians that are listening will hear for themselves and say, are we this bad? It's time for reflection. We need to reflect. Really, it doesn't look good anywhere you turn. It does not look good. Your neighbors are afraid because if Kasala bursts, na Togo won't take una, abi na Ghana, abi na Cameroon, when they are own, they're not even stand for ground way for their country. We need to strategize. Me, I believe, say, now the people, now we go deliver ourselves. No politician is coming from anywhere. All this one they're talking about T-Pain is this, is that, is that. He too, there's medicine for him. No matter how evil or how bad or how dangerous a person is, there's always medicine. El Salvador was one of the countries that was known for drugs and all manner of things. Today, one man took over, and look at what he's been able to achieve. There's no case that is lost. Now we go ready, and as that Cameroonian girl talk, and are true, we have not had any real leader that has emerged from Nigeria. I'm sorry. It's a thing of shame, but it's the truth. We don't have a Thomas Sankara from Nigeria. We don't have the likes of Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba. We don't have. So it's time for us to really question ourselves and really look within. Is this the narrative we want to continue about us as a people? You cannot say, oh, it's not me, it's the other person. You cannot say it because you are in that geographical location together. So nobody is going to be having time to be asking you, so what part are you from? Nobody go to ask all those questions. We go only do everything we fit do. The one we fit do, make it one. You understand? For me, if everybody not fit put head for the same place, right, at the same time, all of us need to think differently. And sometimes when you listen to people, answer they come. You go come see us, you go take, okay, now the problem for here, because everybody they shout Peter Obi. Peter Obi cannot resolve the problem alone. Without the help of everybody else, Peter Obi cannot do anything, cannot do so much. Also, that people are pushing for 2027 election. For me, I say Peter Obi does not have that the attitude that is needed for a Tinubu to resist a Tinubu. This is what I see, but people see differently. I'm going to be sitting from afar and watching. What this administration needs is fire for fire. That's what it needs. It doesn't need civility. It needs you to be giving them bumper to bumper. You have to be able to do oppositions without fear. I don't know. This is what I think, you know. Are we able to turn things around in Nigeria? Yes, we are. We are able to, without a shadow of doubt. We can. All it's going to take is for those of you that are saying 2027 election, you have to be ready. You have to be, it has to be literally do or go home. There's no way around it. The easiest time was 2023, but we lost that opportunity. So 2027, just like that Ghanaian guy said, you have to have people mounting the polling units. You have to have people collating in that same unit. You have to have people that are admirals that can resist, run, snatch, and run away with you, just like they can. If we don't have, I said it here too before, we have to have people from the grassroots to the upper level. People that are ready to do the leg work, that are ready to match aura for aura, from the grassroots to the upper level. If we don't have that, we are wasting time, because these people did not come to play. With everything that's going on in Nigeria, T-Pain is on board that. None of his people are bothered. They have finally told the just man, fight for yourself. Defend yourself. Now the man is coming out and he has decided he's going to, I think, provide or make provide tools for the vigilantes. I don't know. I think that's what he said, right? Now everybody's now, because I'm tired of people, especially from that part of Nigeria, coming out and crying. You know, it really is time. People need to start defending themselves. People need to start defending. Nobody's coming to help you. Your security people have come out and told you have to defend yourself. You know, I feel bad every time I look just Benue. The thing they bother me, I don't feel like. And the same thing, if we don't want to make the same thing what happened before repeat itself, make it not be the same. We ourselves, they complacent about the pains of other people. We need to think of ways to ensure their problem needs to be everybody's problem. I don't care how you feel about it. This is what I think go. And this is where I stand on. I can only do so much myself. I can only talk for now. I can only give resources, make resources available when I can. I can only make donations when it is needed. I can only do stuff back scene. You understand? So that people can have the necessary tools that they need in order for us to achieve common sense, practical governance. As it stands now, Nigeria does not have anybody. You don't have a government. It's officially a jungle in Nigeria. Anything goes. Every day is one thing or the other. Your governors are like glorified house boys. Your representatives are maids. They are not there to serve your purpose. What kind of society is that? We are not even qualified to call ourselves a society. We do not qualify. This is how bad things have gotten. Everybody is fighting for their pocket. Your traditional leaders are fighting for their pocket. Your local government chairman, they are fighting for their pocket. They don't care about you. They are not interested in you because you didn't put them there. Most of your traditional rulers or leaders, they are not even supposed to be there. Now money carry them reach there. You know, so for me, I just feel like for Nigeria to work, we need the right leaders. That's the solution. If we get it right, and unfortunately, the way Nigeria is, a person has to be a president that will set the tone for the rest of the country. That's just the way it is. And until that happens, everybody will be going around the same circle. It doesn't make sense. And people have children that are growing up in this. whether or not you feel like, oh, you're far removed from it, these things have a way of affecting. It still has a way of coming to drag your leg out. Yeah, Kenya, we have to keep strategizing. Honestly, we have to keep whatever we can do. You know, a lot of our solutions will come from installing the right culture. Absolutely, a new way of life. You know, exactly. Europeans were barbaric to each other. People when they roast women, when they term as witches, they go roast them. We don't read some of their history. We know their history now. If they fit come out of that one, then why we not fit? The reason why we not fit come out now because of the interference. The interference from them too. Una not say they sign contract. Una not say they make some African countries sign contracts say they no go develop anything for their country. Una know that one. There's a contract for it. Now Igbo people then give them that contract to sign. So whether you like them or not, Igbo people, their hands still in the cookie jar. They don't want the progress of that continent as a whole. And if see what they happen for Burkina Faso now, how many times they don't attempt to unalive that man? It's about the 19th time. That tells you all you need to know about the intentions they have for Africa. Who are we kidding? Nobody holy for this matter. They put hand, they steer hand. As we dey talk now, France get they get where they uplift their minerals, their gold. Till today, no be Oyibo people be that. From all over the world, all these Oyibo people from the West, then they go, they collect resources. They arm who they supply all the tools when these people they use. Now the same Oyibo people. Now the same Oyibo people, they supply them the tools so that they go fit they collect resources. There are communities that have been taken over. You not be enter there. Now Oyibo people, they there, they milk resources. What are we talking about? Nobody holy for this matter. Yes, if you talk say yes, the Oyibo people now access they get. Yes, they get the access because that contract when they sign, still you don't know as Nigerian, you not go know. But they don't already sign, say, may nothing good come out of your continent. Now it make that they look for how they want to take out a Traore because the man they demystify everything. They make every other African leader shame. Only one man. How old is he? A man from a country of upright men. No. There is a chance, so there is light at the end of the tunnel for Nigerians. We just need to get it right. We need to put our thinking caps on. We need to look ourselves in the mirror. If you come across any videos that is talking about Nigeria, please, I understand that there's the Nigerian thing is for you to be eager to go and be arguing and listen to what they are saying, understand what they are trying to say. Everything is not insult to you. Sometimes when people are talking, it's a mirror up for you to look within and realize that, look, the problem lies with you. You need to do something about it. If we don't fix ourselves, so that country that we are all hoping that will get better, it will not, because you're still going to have the mindset of the Bala Blue in the same country. Oh. Anyway, I know that I want to pass like this again. And here I go end down. I no fit dey pass like this. Nigeria matter, e no dey finish. Na so we dey talk and dey go until we see wetin we really need to see. Because hey, my people, Kene, thank you very much. Madam Luke, thank you. I go wrap am up. Michael, yeah, that's true. You're right. You understand? You're right. We can't. I mean, I'm not. I don't think anybody should sit down and wait for them to continue to analyze people. We know their hands is in the cookie jar. We know that. Michael, you feel on mute. On mute. I see you in the studio. Michael, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you, Michael. Are you speaking? I know they hear you, Michael. In case you dey talk, me, I can't hear you. You know, so I don't know. We have a lot of work to do as a people, but we need to get ourselves together. We need to arrange and determine and decide the trajectory because Oyibo people will continue to take advantage of us. The evil still resides with them. They are still doing it gleefully too. So if you think say they want just they go just let you go like that, we'll see Burkina Faso till tomorrow. They see they fight till tomorrow. France they cry, the West they cry because the minerals wey they get for them, they know they get them again. So Oyibo people don't do us number. Michael, they wait for you. But I say you want to enter studio. I'll wait a few minutes and then I'll wrap it up. I don't try for today. No, I know we do enter 3 hours today. Okay, I think maybe he's not coming back. So guys, this is where I end it. So thank you very much. Madam Luke, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate you as always. Okay, you're back. All right, Michael, on mute now. May you talk. May you so that we'll hear you. I cannot hear you. What's happening? Michael, I can't hear. Can anybody hear Michael? I mean, it's me that is not hearing. Maybe you need to come out completely and re-enter. I'll wait, don't worry. Just come out completely and then I will re-enter. There's a video I want to play. Dr. Charles Apoki. Okay, thank you very much, Natu. Let me give Michael the opportunity to come back. It says you're backstage. Interesting. Let me see. I don't see you backstage, yo. You need to, okay, you know what? Just come out from inside the app completely, then come back. Come out from inside completely. Maybe like close out the stuff and then come back. I'll wait for you. Let me share my link again. But in the meantime, let me pull up a video. Okay, let's see. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know what will happen though,
You
because the way
put me
you're
for
speaking
for
directly
for
to this.
backstage purgatory.
Eh?
I said you put me for backstage purgatory.
You were
Yeah,
showing us on the panel.
I don't know what happened.
I'm not sure too. Yeah.
Yeah, Madam Omoye, the thing about Nigeria is I had very great hopes for Nigeria as an entity. until
Right.
all this, until Buhari came, and then now we have Tifnubu. Those two people have proven that they've come to separate Nigerians at all costs. You know, after all the military regime and all that, we thought we had overcome that mindset of tribalism to a great extent. But these people, they've come to really incorporate it into the Nigerian system. And in the next election, if we don't get in somebody that will break that cycle, that's the end for Nigeria as an entity. And literally now, I feel as if Nigeria should break up in order to save lives, basically. It has to happen, or else we are done for.
I also think that I'm open to that being for it to break up completely. And for me, I'm beginning to think that there's a certain part of the country that we should not even be together. We don't align in so many ways, right? But that's just my opinion. But there's another part of me that also, because I'm open-minded to all types of solutions to see which one will be more effective, right? The other
Hmm.
part of it is like, okay, if we do get it right, if we put our money where our mouth is come 2027, and people come out there and really take their destiny in their hands, literally, it has to be do or go home, right?
Yeah,
That's the only way we can take it back and be prepared from the grassroots to the upper. No civility, remove civility from the table. These people, you need to meet them madness for madness.
I agree.
That's what I want to see. So if we do that, if we can achieve that from the grassroots to the highest, we have a surviving chance. I'm telling you, because all it will take is for that person to come in and just start to put things in place and start to ban certain things that have been happening immediately. This cannot, if anybody when they catch they do this thing, Mona do one like this, or Mona bring a phone like this. You understand? Put the necessary
Yeah,
people for the bodies when they work, when they checks and balances, EFCC, NAFDAC, what do you call it, DSS, all those things. You just, I'm telling you, we go literally watch that transformation take place so quick. Why? Because Nigeria has the manpower, the skill, the human resources to achieve it. We dey talk, oh, some people are saying it will take years, it will take years. You'll be surprised. What we're talking about can even take, it will take less than 2 years to achieve. For someone who's focused, people that are focused and are willing and are interested and determined to see a change, it can happen. Let me play this video because this man speaks directly to what we're talking about and whether Nigeria will work or not. Okay. So let's listen to this together. Mikey, I will never come out. No, we'll listen to her together.
I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I got a revelation today from one of my informants. Why the Western world will never allow Nigeria to have good leadership. They will never allow Nigeria get good leadership. Why? Number one, look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. I'm reliably informed that France is facing some challenges because of the fact that Burkina Faso, Niger, and the other African nation where they used to get uranium from, they've had issues with those leaders. And so the cost of uranium, they are now buying from somewhere else and they're having issues. Anytime Africa has good leadership, intentional leadership that will lead to stability, security, sensitivity to the needs of the people, and sustainable development, it deprives the Western world of some basic things that make the economy thrive. Imagine the number of brilliant Nigerians in the United States, in the UK, in Canada, in Germany, in different European nations. If imagine the number of Nigerians doing care work here, caregiver work. Imagine the number of Nigerians doing security work here in the United States. Imagine Nigerian doctors, Nigerian nurses, engineers all over the world. If we have a thriving, secure nation, boy, and our people come home, the economies of these countries will collapse. Why is it now that it is that America is releasing documents concerning Tinubu? They should have released them before the elections. They want to cause chaos. And the more chaotic our nation is, the more people want this country. In fact, the civil war that is very eminent in this country and the disintegration of Nigeria that is being pushed by wicked elements in our country might be sponsored from outside Nigeria. For every 5 Black human beings, 1 is a Nigerian. So we control 20% of the total Black population of the world. If Nigeria succeeds, several African nations will succeed. And the success of Africa will lead to failure of leadership, economy, and several things in Europe. If Congo, where they get cobalt from, is united and peaceful, just imagine what will happen. So there is a deliberate attempt to make Africa unstable, to make our economy. I sometimes wonder if our leaders have brains. You want to campaign, you go to Chatham House to talk. Is Chatham House the embassy of Nigeria? How many Nigerians live in Chatham House? Do you think the organizers of that place, I don't know, I will even look for them as I come. Do you think that they will want good leadership to come out of Nigeria? They will not. So our leaders are either appendages, stooges, or cronies of the Western world that does not want Nigeria to do well, or any African nation. And our leaders are so stupid. They will run here, run there. What are they going to do there? Is it to hide money or to get concerned? So you want to go and appraise your leadership in France. What kind of trash is that? And you see all these people you people honor. They are the witches and wizards warring our country. Evil men. They are the ones who intentionally search this nation, collect bribes so that they can allow things to go freely. All the crisis in some parts of the north is because of our mineral resources. They illegally mined gold, californium that is very expensive, bauxite, anything there. We are like a hunting ground for vampires. And God needs to do something drastic in this country, if not in Nigeria, if not the catastrophe catastrophic consequences of the decline we're experiencing will be too much. I asked a simple question during the campaigns in 2023. Let's see Nigeria as a company, and you are the owner of Nigeria. Would you employ some of these people that are governing us now in Nigeria in your company? Let me give you another question. If the present crop of leadership, from state level to presidency, to the legislative arms, to the judiciary, if they were working in your company and they were taking decisions on behalf of your company, would you allow them to continue to occupy those positions? If your answer is no, reasonable person. If your answer is yes, then you are an idiot, stupid human being who has no interest of this country at heart. And God will punish you for your wishing this great country evil.
When your auto
Okay, so there we go. So what do you think, Michael? What do you think?
The guy is right now. The it see, most of these things for me personally, I've tried exposing it for more than 10 years now, going to 15 years, and the kind of betrayal that I get from my own people, that exposing the truth to them means that you hate Europeans. Sure, you understand? It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense to me. I remember in 2014, I had a project that I had to go to Gabon. And when I got there, that's when I realized what France was doing to all those so called Francophone African countries. So when I got back, we started our WhatsApp group, my university, and I started exposing all these things. Man, they tell me to make I shut up. That man, Michael, it's just if that place is not good for you, why don't you come to Nigeria? I'm like, what? Why are you attacking me? What have I got to do with telling you the truth that France is exploiting this country so much so that everything that they have to do, they have to run it by France first. That they have to sell their resources because that's what I went there to do. I had to go evaluate some oil and gas resource, and it was ELF that was giving the government permission to flip that resources to any so-called other foreign investors. I'm like, how can one company be so powerful? So I got back and I started researching. And you know that stage where you go just day where be say you go just research and your brain go one scatter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So much so that you know won't feel organize your thought process. But later on you can't sit down, begin to watch other people, they tell their stories, they analyze them, and then you can't say make you educate your people. Just like we're trying to educate our people now that man, these people are not doing anything based on religion or anything. Me, I'm not a Christian, but that doesn't mean if I go to Nigeria now, all these Fulani terrorists won't take me out. They will. Okay. There are lots of people that are Islam or Muslims that have been taken out by these people. So it's not just based on religion. This is pure ethnic cleansing, and they are determined to do it, and they are being protected by so-called those in power who have their own selfish reasons for doing what they are doing. And those of us in the south, let's dump these religious useless practices that we have and face reality. Okay, if we have to go back to African spirituality to fight these people back because they use that too. to fight and buy us. And they are doing the work of not just their Nigerian stooges, but their European masters. They want to depopulate that country. It's a big deal. More no, they play with them again. It's no joke. These people are coming after us. That's our life. They are the weapons. They are giving it to them, pumping it into into that country for us to get on our life. And it all started after they finished off Libya, bombed Libya with more than 7,000 missiles in a few months, destroying their infrastructure. And then they went into the Middle East, especially Syria, and brought all the terrorists from there to start to destabilize Africa. This na long-term play for them. If the Fulanis no fit do am, you go see they go come by themselves. This guy don already invite the French military into Nigeria. No be joke that they joke. They want buy us totally, not especially for our resources, but to depopulate us, most especially, because it's annoying to them that they've buyed us all these centuries, but we keep on multiplying. They are not perfect people, and we should stop looking at them as perfect people. And they are using our own people, and we should stop burying our head in the sand, thinking that uh, religion will save us. It hasn't saved us one time. That's what they used in oppressing and colonizing us. I don't see any reason why we are still holding on to it like it has done anything for us over the last 400 to 500 years that we've interacted with these people. It will not do anything. And the sooner we realize it, the better for us all. But educating our own people is the biggest challenge of it all. Because you go to talk to somebody like this, you go just for out of nowhere, go be, you want talk about something else. Like you want to talk about religion, you want to talk about tribalism, you want to talk about na Tifnubu, na Bukhari, na this one, na that one. No, before you know it, they happen. They don't they talk say my ethnic group is better than your ethnic group. Your ethnic group gets the equivalent of Davido. Like, what are you talking about here? I don't tire. It's frustrating, but it's the situation we find ourselves. We are being targeted, just like the
And all
Congolese are
round,
targeted.
all round. Too.
Just like the Congolese have been targeted, we are being targeted as well. If they had let Congo be, Congo, the population of Congo would have been more than ours,
Yeah.
because that useless leopard, millions of them with they buy, their
Mm-hmm.
population is still in the tens, if not hundreds of millions. Okay, so just that territory alone, from Congo, Cameroon, can reach that Nigeria. If they just leave us alone, but they won't, because like the doctor said, it's all about survival for them. Look at how they are playing this hanky panky with China, and China is showing them pepper. Okay, most people hate Trump, but Trump is technically just exposing the vulnerability, the vulnerability of the Europeans in general. And Biden exposed them too when
Mm-hmm.
he caused that Ukraine-Russia war, of how dependent they were on exploiting other people to get resources. And when Russia came and formed that belt that cut them off from getting the resources in that Sahel region, okay, it really, really exposed Europe. And if you think the Americans, who are their cousins, were favoring them, Nalayo, those ones use that opportunity to begin exploit them even more. Say, you go buy our own oil and we go sell out to you at a premium. They don't like each other. Let's stop pretending as if they are perfect. No, they don't. But it's okay. I just don't want us to continue to bury our head in the sand, because this world is real. And make we no make they spend all our time they watch comedy all the time. Yes, it's good to have relief, but comic relief, I mean. But there are times that you just sit back and say, okay, what can I do? Even if it's just in your immediate environment, what can I do to make my society better? This part of the world is not for us. They've made it abundantly clear. Not be today Nigerians begin the jackpot come, you go Europe or North America. Okay, but let me ask you, how many Nigerians you know where go fit beat their chest, say they go fit employ even 50 people where come from Nigeria today? These are Nigerians that have been here for maybe 2 or 3 generations. So what do they have really? See the African Americans who don't they here for 400 years. What do they have? So
Every
what you
time they
go
try,
think say
they scatter everything for them now. They're not they give
na
them
so?
opportunity. Mm-hmm.
But the Nigerian go think say, oh, me special. I go school. I read book. I get PhD in
They're not kidding.
thermodynamic rocket science of the fallopian tube of something. So I must need to. They must need to respect me. Na lie, oh. I beg. I just make up one degree like that, but I go study.
No, I mean I hear you. That's obvious. Nobody personally, you don't see, a person don't even experience things for here to even know enough, more than enough. But of course, that's what's going on. I don't know. Then that is why fixing your own is better than trying to make them see you. Hey, here, I'm here, I'm here. Looking for that validation from them that they will never give you. They're not even like you. They wish make everybody come up for them so that they will inherit. See what they happen for South Africa. You come person land, you go create your own country for the same, for inside the same continent when you don't get any ancestry to. Eh? I don't know. I know that Nigeria is besieged on all corners, but man, we need to stay focused. We will continue to do the work, sha. Anyhow, those that want to be part of it will be part of it. Those that care enough to want to see changes, they will come up. If those that don't want to will not, can't force anybody. So on that note, Michael, thank you very much for your contribution. Madam Luke, thank you very much. Make I end up for here. I
Thanks.
appreciate all of you now. Yeah, have a wonderful
Madam
evening.
Luke, I agree to. No, you know vex. Say I come at you like that. I know say you know vex, sha. You get your own mind, I get my own.
Yeah, no, Madam Luke, no. Now her mind to dey talk. It's okay. People get right to get frustrated. Everybody get hard the thing they do them for body. So it's all good. Anyway, my people, thank you so much, oh Mikey. I appreciate.
Thanks. Thanks, I appreciate it too.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It was another good one.
You too. Thank you. Not to
Take care.
enjoy you. Not forget us. So you did jollof for house. I'm jealous. Kenny, thank you very much. Oh, I appreciate everyone. Tato, it was nice to see you again. Oh, after such a long time. Yeah. Please, oh, don't stay away like that from us. Thank you very much. Big Palmer, thank you. Uncle Beno, everyone. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.